And today I am thanking the spirits of all of the tones. Hun, ka, osh, kan, ho, wak, uk, verjak, bolon, lahun, hun lahun, ka lahun, osh lahun. I am here to teach your messages, and I thank you for your continued energetic support. Greetings, dear soul. Lak'esh, a.k.a. I am another you, you are another me. We are one holy hologram of the Hunab. And welcome to Mayan Elements, and today we'll be talking about tone 3, as you already know, the third tonal. There are only two elements in the Mayan calendar, the tone, or tonal, and the nagual, or glyph. And today we're talking about 1, 2, 3. That's how you see it. 3 dots. Not like three like that. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so before we dive into the truly incredible list of exemplars, I will show you the key code words for everyone born on tone 3. First of all, connecting with the solar plexus chakra, and the importance of that will be made very clear as we move along. Speaking of moving along, first key code word, movement, and that is as in movement and measure, the Hunab right there, which is the one and only giver of movement and measure. And tone 4's first key word is measure, by the way. So yes, diving back in, energizing, going along with activating, busy. Actually, I like to say this key code word is busy, busy, busy. 3 hearthstones in the kitchen, and that will become very clear soon. Nurture, Orion connected to the 3 hearthstones, humor, communication, femininity, and the divinity trinity. That is a neologism that I made up. And if you'd like to see the full explanation, just watch this video song thingy here that I made. Yeah. The ego dramas are a combination of triangulation. Yeah. Low self-esteem, very much a solar plexus chakra issue, along with every addiction being connected directly. And the polarized opposames of being very lazy on the one hand and being very hyperactive on the other. Now, the connection between the 3 hearthstones and Orion is as follows. Thousands of years ago, the Maya drew connection to these 3 stars in the Orion Nebula. And every kitchen for thousands of years, and still now the traditional kitchens outdoors have 3 hearthstones because of that reason. So that draws together nurturing as in boop. So that draws together nurture as in nutrition, and femininity and the kitchen, along with Orion and the 3 hearthstones. Now, I do want to draw some connections for you right now, again, before we get into the exemplars. A little more explanation of what makes tone 3 tone 3. I'm also going to talk about the connection with another tone, the only other tone that is directly connected to femininity. So let's look at the guides for tone 3 first. And I think if you've been watching my other videos, you understand that your guides are actually part of you. They make up who you are. Yes, there are other days on the Tzolk'in, but they go into you and give you energy from a different perspective. They're all related, they're all connected. So let's look at Tone 3's guides. Just by adding 5, you come to the Past Wisdom Guide, PWG, harmonizing Tone 8, going up 1 tone. Tone 9, Patient for the Divine Feminine Guide, going across the heart chakra to the Divine Masculine Guide of Manifesting, Tone 10. And for the Future Vision Guide, we have Resolving, which, as you can see, is also the solar plexus chakra, and it even makes more sense for those people born on the resolving tone of the double stacked Rollabola as I portray it. So being born on tone 3, you have resolving as your future vision guide. So picturing it again like this, imagine the fortitude it takes to get up on a double-stacked Rollabola. And this is the future, drawing you forward your whole, every day of your life as an activating person, moving into resolving energy, pulling you forward. Now, that automatically means by having anything in your future vision guide, that means all of those people have you in their past wisdom guide. That, of course, goes for the glyphs as well, but we're focusing on the tones here. So let's see these two together. Tone 3 has 8, 9, 10, 11, and Tone 11 has 3, 4, 5, 6. The only ones they share are each other, 11 and 3, and they're both the solar plexus, as I mentioned. Fascinating. Now let's take a look at the only other tone that has a definite connection to femininity, Tone 9. Remembering, of course, Tone 3 has Tone 9 in the Divine Feminine Guide position, which automatically means everyone born on Tone 9 has Tone 3 in the Divine Masculine position. So therefore, adding more femininity. The reason that Tone 9 is directly connected to femininity is because of the 9 moons of gestation. Oh, look, I'm almost tough like that. Sorry. I hope that doesn't get me banned from YouTube. Oh. Where was I? So, Tone 9, super feminine, just a little bit more feminine than Tone 3, the connections of Tone 3. And of course, they're both in each other's chart. The very feminine Tone 9 is the Divine Feminine Guide of all people born on Tone 3, adding the most feminine tonal energy. But of course, there's a glyph, and sometimes those glyphs are kind of masculine, and that's the super cool thing about the Divine Mayan Tzolk'in calendar, especially as seen through the lens of Mayan Embodiment. You can't see it through the way the Maya teach it. Sorry. Not sorry. And that's why this was beamed into me, because somebody somewhere, or some collective consciousness in the Pleiades, and or the 9th dimension, whatever. I haven't been told the details yet. It just got beamed into me because they knew I would transmit it. All right? Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to our exemplars, except for one more thing I need to say. In many places in Guatemala, I should say around the Lake Atitlan area, in the They tend to say that tone 3 is a lower energy, and those people should stay home on those days. And this is how I know there is a little bit of, what's the polite word of saying misogyny? How do you say that politely? Nope, I don't know. All of the men who say those things think women should stay home. And as you will see with these exemplars, none of them did that. Woohoo! Let's go. Again, in order as seen from this awesome video. First up to bat, Isaac Asimov. 13 days later, oh my, can you believe that Katy Perry, Van Morrison, and Bob Dylan are all activating wise ones? And their lyrics, you know, there's some wisdom there for Katy, for sure. But it's quite possible that her wisdom is more activated through Bob Dylan and even Van Morrison, who, by the way, did you know this? He should be named Van Morrison. He banned all alcohol sales at his concerts. What? Yes! Activating! Didn't stay home. And the other three gentlemen activating wise ones, you must admit. And John Major Jenkins. Oh, John, I got you right here, buddy. I got you here, and I got you here. All right? Deep effect on my life. I've read a million words he's written online. Love you, brother. Rest in power. Next up to bat, an incredible duo. Boy, I wish they had done some work together. Still not too late. Could happen. Now we have a slightly more serious trio, activating breath. And may I remind you that breath means spiritual communication to the Maya. Let's take another look at these three. 13 days later, we've got an activating eagle, and oh my goodness, the vision of this man. He certainly did some activating. This is still the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fucking awesome! Woo! I don't know why I'm so hyped up today. I think it was my 2 mugs of cacao. Next! Wow, this is deep. Activating star seeds. My. Here comes the solar plexus chakra again. Viktor Frankl, if you don't know about him, he was in the prison camps. I believe he was in Auschwitz. I should have Googled that first. He needed to maintain such control every day just to survive, let alone be happy, which he did find happiness in the concentration camps, and then wrote about it. And Whitney, not so strong in this part. At times, she could walk out on stage and grab the mic, and then walk off stage and snort and smoke and everything else. Wow. All right, next. Wow, do these guys ever look good in red? Interesting. Keen 81. 13 days later, very fascinating pair of extremely brilliant people. The first Nobel Prize winner for a female geneticist, and Admiral Adam Apollo. Despite every brilliant thing he's ever created with his companies and advisory boards, I still think his best work is behind the decks as a DJ. Just kidding. But please watch my video here to learn about him through the Pleiadian Mayan perspective. Next. Oh boy, can you say brilliant? Amazing. The power of these four people is just blowing me away. And may I remind you that the word tonal and nahual came to us from the work of Carlos Castaneda. They do directly apply to the divine Mayan Zolkin. And I'm the only one who made that connection. You're welcome. Next. Ooh, Ahau, activating sun goddess. So fascinating that there are 3 sun goddesses. I am so humbled by these 3 activating solar goddesses. Oh, wow. If you don't know of their work, just go find out. I'm so glad they didn't stay at home and be quiet or just giggle in the kitchen. Next. 13 days later. Joni. So awesome. Activating corn. Next. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Frida and Diego, right? And that's basically the super duper connection they had. But wait, there's more. Usually in these videos I stick to the tonal, but look at the connection between reincarnation and Solar Chief Sun Goddess. Here you go. Oh my. No wonder Diego and Frida had such an intense connection that could withstand everything that they went through. Man, I love this stuff. Next. 13 days later. Holy cow, we got a lot of superstar singers in this bunch. Activating. So busy, busy, busy. 13 days later. Another one. And one of the best dancers in Hollywood on the silver screen anyway. And if you don't know A Course in Miracles and the place that William Thetford had in it, you can now go do some more research on your own. All right. 13 days later. Oh, my favorite princess. 13 days later, and oh my goodness, this is one of the highest vibration quartets on the Divine Mayan Zolkin calendar. I mean, sharp. These guys are sharp, and they can look into that mirror both within themselves and in any other person they see, right? Look at them again. Just think about that and read the high vibe code phrases I dropped in. Little crispy DJ Crispy remix. Wow, stunning, awesome, love it. Oh, and by the way, if you want to see a little more about or then you know where to look. 13 days later, we've got, wow. Interesting. Other than Sri Ramana Maharshi, who completely transcended the whole kit and caboodle, not a kitten caboodle, but the whole human shadow ego, anything to do with the ego, fully transcended it at the age of 16. One afternoon, just got it. Full Buddhahood, cosmic consciousness. So it's funny to even put him on any birthday list at all, but let's look at this list again. Now, Andy Kaufman, boy oh boy, was his solar plexus chakra ever hyperactive. And if you would like to see some more about that, please watch this video where I did a tarot throw about who he was. 13 days later is mind-blowing. Oh my, what? How can it be that these two have the exact same Mayan birthday? It's so crazy, but 3, 4, I don't know, 1 billion years ago, the very first Mayan embodiment video I made was on Dr. Stephen Greer. That lets you know where my mind was at the time. And I didn't even know at that time that Dolores Cannon had the same Mayan birthday. So when you watch his, you'll see all these cheesy, crappy graphics that are not my own. I hadn't even begun to make them, but watch it anyway. It's pretty damn cool. And then when you watch hers, which at this point is my most viewed video. Actually, I have 1 or 2 more that's slightly higher, but this is my highest of the Mayan embodiment videos. And I drop in some Dr. Greer remix for you there too. You gotta think about their focus, okay? What was their focus in their life? Did they activate people? Does Dr. Greer activate people? Yeah, you think so? Did Dolores? Does she still? She still does. She routinely comes through QHHT sessions to speak through the client to the practitioner in many cases. Just, can you see that hair coming up on my arms there? Now, just as an aside, go look at these two's birthdays on the regular zodiac, the tropical version of the 12th house, which is 3,000 years old and approximately 24 days out of step with reality, alongside with the fact that it has excluded Ophiuchus, the 13th sign, which is actually the 9th sign, but it's the 13th sign because the toxic male Babylonian priests and the toxic male Egyptian priests forced the 13th divine feminine Ophiuchus out of their little square. All right. And so if you want to follow the true sky sidereal, including Ophiuchus, great, go ahead. Look at every single one of the exemplars and put them all together. Do that. That'll take you about 100 hours to see that, guess what? You cannot combine them on any other system and make any other connections between them, especially and including human design and gene keys, because both human design and gene keys use the tropical birthdays with 12 houses, and then they fluster cluck everything together with the 64 codons of the I Ching and just give you a mountain of data. And so of course everyone's gonna have like 42 things that they say yeah, that's true about me, but whatever, okay? Moving on to the Pleiadian Divine Mind, Tzolk'in. Next. Now this one happens to have no exemplars at this point, so we'll move right on to the very last, 20th out of 20, and it's a doozy. Oh my goodness, that is fascinating. I'll give you a moment to read the high vibe code phrases. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have enjoyed today's show. In Lak'esh, Alakin, I am another you. You are another me. We are one holy hologram, one divine spark, one sacred fractal of the Hunab, which is God-sciousness. Namaste.